Hey everyone, Dave Anderson, Helicool's Helipad. Today, I want to try to get Malachi ready to put these locks on. As you can see, the door is actually just barely touching this part here, and it is scraping the metal away here because it is just too close. It's too close down here to the bottom. And take a look at this line. It gets wider and wider and wider, clear up to the top. And if you look at this side, look how low the door sits. And then up top here, you can see the door is sticking out away from the body. I'm just going to pull this down just a little bit so that you can see there is a gigantic gap where the door comes together. It doesn't even meet up at the top. So there's this huge gap. We need to adjust this door before I even try to tackle trying to put that lock on. The doors are like this on both sides. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove this panel so I know what I'm working with. And I know I'm going to have to manipulate these hinges, possibly even put some extra washers in there just to move the door out away from it. And I know that they have a little bit of movement. I've never done this before. I do have the maintenance manuals on them. Most of them are in scan, so you can't search them very well. I'd have to go through the hundreds and hundreds of megabytes that I have in order to find the doors. And I'm hoping that I can just take care of something this easy, or at least what I think is easy, without having to get to the manual. But we'll go ahead and strip these doors first. Yeah, check this out. When I first bought Malachi, I noticed that there was a bunch of glass just falling out randomly, and this window was totally shattered. There was actually a blank round in the door as well. So I think what they did is they set the barrel of their gun on the window. It was a blank, and when it fired, the shock of it busted the window. I mean, that's what it looked like to me anyway. Now that it's open, I can see that these have slid. You can tell where it was, and these have the door has actually slid this way off of the hinge. And that's probably why the door in front is so far aft. And it should be a little bit further forward. And I wonder if when I change that I'll be able to pull this one a little bit further aft. But so we'll do one dimension at a time. Try to get the door a little bit more forward, and then we'll worry about getting the door a little bit closer to the top. Once we get that all lined up. I hope that that's the right order. All right. Okay, 13 millimeter. Okay, let's see if those will move. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, I'm just gonna tighten one up. Okay, let's see how that. Well, I can see that that's a lot better. That line is a whole lot better. It's still pretty close to the bottom though. Let's see how she opens. Yep. Still hitting there, so that's definitely gonna have to come out just a little bit. But I think it's far enough forward. All right, I've tightened up these bolts, loosened up all of these bolts on the front end, or on the bottom and the top. I'll just see how much play we can get out of that. Well, getting quite a bit more out of the top than I am the bottom. I'd really like it if this would come out. Maybe if I put it right there, that's about as far as it'll come. Well, I don't know if it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but I went ahead and put a couple of washers back behind this plate to hopefully kind of move it out just a little bit. I don't know if that's really going to be enough or if it's going to help it. If it helps it, maybe I can stuff another one back under there, but we'll give it a shot. All right, let's check this out. Well, that's a lot better, I can tell already. Look at that line. That goes straight up and it is almost perfect. And this line, oh yeah. Yeah, I think that did it. Just adding a couple of washers right there, and it wasn't very much either. They were pretty thin washers. Oh, check this out. And it slides right past it. All right, well, I decided to get in and take a look to see how everything is lining up, and wow, it actually, for the first time owning it, it is right up against that gasket. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think that'll do it. If somebody has a different way of making that happen, please tell me. But adding just a couple washers back behind there, loosening them all up, pushing the door where it needed to be, and then tighten it up, that seemed to do the trick. So this door is done. Now to get working on that door. Until next time, I'm Dave Anderson. You be safe, and God bless.